Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Old Tryhard Gaming with me, Rogue Cage TV, the tryhard, the old tryhard himself. You know, they say of me, he does the best he can with what he's got, which is not a lot of talent, and is also not a lot of keeping track of time. I said at the end of last episode, well, I'm going to be streaming this again in a couple days, so everyone have a great night and blah, 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 blah. No, I'm streaming it again right after just a 5-minute break. I counted how many hours I had done. I kind of misread the clock. Anyway, so I do have a chance. I do have a chance of getting this whole task done, which is nice. Okay, I got to get around there. I'm not sure how to get from there to there, but I do know I have to get around there. So, yeah, let's just turn around and go in that general direction. This is delivering consumables to a bunch of people, but I have to put it on their stoop for them. Because it's like, you know, you get that delivery service, you can't just leave it anywhere. You're supposed to, you know, you give them instructions, you say, put it on the, you know, put it on the porch, or like in my case, live in an apartment, dial my security number, and I give them the security code so I can let them in the building. It rings through to my phone, so no matter where I am, you dial that number, it rings through to my phone, I can let you in. And then leave it just right inside. There's a, you know, there's where the mail gets dropped off, a little area there. You can just leave it there. The post room, the mail room. That's what it's called. Now, but other than that, in the delivery instruction, you know where they leave it? They leave it outside in the snow. Not everyone. Certain carriers are much better at it than others, but certain people. I'm never ordering food. Well, one, I can't afford to get, you know, like Grubhub or whatever. I can't afford to pay extortionate extra fees for food delivery. But they never let you know. They assume you're on the app and you're sitting there tied to your phone and, you know, tied to the app with notifications on or whatever, and the notifications don't come instantly when they drop it off. It, you know, it takes a few minutes usually. So you get the notification, your food's here. Well, that's good. My food's where? It's not near me. It's outside in the snow. So that hot pizza I ordered isn't quite so hot by the time I even know that it's there. I'm an old man. Now, it's hard to blame the delivery people because they're being taken advantage of too. The gig economy, they're not getting any benefits or anything. They're just trying to make enough money to survive. I'm sure they can't afford to get their own food delivered. But, you know, the system is set up such that, I mean, if you live in a house and you've got if you live in a house, like you're expected to here in America, especially middle of America. I live in Minnesota. Then, you know, you probably have a porch or something that's, you know, protected somewhat from the weather. Drop it off at the front door. Maybe even ring the doorbell. Wouldn't that be nice? Oh. But, you know, you walk up in an apartment building, you can't ring the doorbell to the apartment building. You have to have some idea of how to get to what number to dial on the buzzer. And I think even if you tell them what number to dial, forget it, it's not convenient. gonna do it. Don't have time for that. I gotta go make $4.25 an hour. I guess if you're a contract person, you could make it less. Ah, old man, complain. Yes. The gig economy is pretty awful for the youth of today. Not just in America, other places. America is like the poster child for it. But... Okay, where am I going and how am I getting there? I'm going there. All right. So, probably want to go around this way and that way. That's my guess. More or less in that direction. All right. Because not going through the first. I don't talk about politics or religion on my channel. I don't consider it. I don't talk about partisan politics. It's not a partisan thing. But it's much harder for kids these days to do things like go to college and get a decent job without a college education, or go to college and be able to afford to do it without being indebted for the rest of your life. It's kind of the way of the world these days. I was very lucky, and I appreciate, the luck that I had in, coming from a modest working class background, still being able to go to college without going hugely in debt. Now, as it turned out, I had to change my major because I couldn't afford to get the graduate degree I was hoping to get, because I had to meet living expenses. I didn't have parents at that time that could support me, so train mode. Oh, I didn't even pack this, did I? Oh, whatever, didn't need to be packed. But I didn't have debt. I was able to work to pay my tuition. Come on out of there. Oh, you'll make it eventually. You will make it. Well, maybe you won't make it. Stuck on the crane. All right. Now you'll make it. But I am keenly aware that times have changed, and that's not the situation that most young people find themselves in these days. And, it's sad, but things change. The worst thing is to not be aware of things that change. Believing that everything is the way it was when you were that age, and of course it's not. They never have been. For any generation. Okay, that's two. Maybe we'll pack it this time. Maybe I did pack and I just didn't remember. Okay, now, how about am I getting to the last place? I would guess somehow like this. And somehow like this. And then maybe to here-ish. I don't know exactly where the trails are, but based on the clearings, it looks like this is going to be kind of the way to go. Maybe around here. Around here. Something like that, more or less. Yeah, I probably put too many markers on the map. Either too many or not enough. Can I get through there, or do I need to go around here? Let's see, it goes over here. I might be able to get through there. I don't know. All right, let's go. Turn this puppy around. Or just drive in reverse the entire way. Let's challenge myself. Deliver this thing, and maybe there'll be time to get started on something else. Or at least figure out what I'm going to do next. Yeah, 4 topics. I could have just kept going that way. 4 topics we don't discuss on this channel: partisan politics, secular religion, Coke versus Pepsi, or Ford versus Chevy. And I actually have certain keywords in those regards filtered so the chat won't go through, but if you say the gag ones, which I mentioned at the end, you'll get a warning that it needs approval. Otherwise, it won't even go through. Even moderators won't see it. I'm not sure if I see Coke, Pepsi, Ford, Chevy. I think they're even hidden from me, even though they're supposed to be with approval. I think somehow the monitor, the version of the stream monitor I'm using, which I'm just using the tablet app version of the stream monitor, I don't think it gives me the ability to approve of a message. It doesn't come up and give me that option. Is that what I want? I don't necessarily see a trail through there, but sure. Not exactly a trail, more like a swamp, but whatever gets me there. I'm pretty sure I can get there from here. This truck does not care about swamps. It was very nice in Michigan, starting with this truck. This is the ZiKZ Mastodon, ZiKZ 612H Mastodon from the Mastodon DLC pack. All of my vehicles are from DLC packs that are not part of any region, so they'll pay a couple bucks, however many bucks, $4 or so to get 1 or 2 vehicles. And then they only need to be upgraded through, you don't need to find them on any map, you can use them right away, and you don't need to find upgrades for them. The only upgrades you might get on a map is if they're very generic upgrades. These vehicles are upgraded by experience, just gain experience points. And they come with all the tires you need, the upgrades, or things like winches and whatever. I think it was between episodes 6 and 7 of Michigan, so 1.6 to 1.7. Between those episodes, I spent about 6 hours off screen doing the food delivery service, or food delivery service, doing the food, speaking of, doing the food delivery task, which to get the it's a contest, food delivery contest, and I explain in, I think it's episode 6, I show it and how to do it. I spent 6 hours off stream, so off video, doing that just to build up the credits. I ground out the hours. Since I did that, I kind of have regretted doing that off stream. It took me all exactly 6 hours. I could have devoted one stream to it. I didn't know how long it was going to take. Yeah, I guess I do have to back up, don't I? And then release that like as a bonus episode. But I did it throughout the week just in my spare time. But calculated it was about 6 hours. So some content was missed, but it wasn't any kind of content that was interesting in any way. It was just doing the same contest over and over again. And I did the contest once on stream, but I did it many, many times after that off stream. All right, let's get this done. And the reason for grinding that out, you know, the way you would grind out a special weapon in an RPG game, which is, I've played RPG games, so I'm used to sitting there spending hours grinding stuff out. So it didn't take me all that long, actually. I think that's good enough. Blammo! Gotta enjoy the music. Thanks to you, Took! We help those who needed it, and I feel good about that. This is a noble deed. Thank you. You know, it wasn't that noble. It kind of was 7,700 buckaroonies. Now, what would be noble is if I gave those 7,700 buckaroonies to the people who were in need, or the, you know, to pay for more than just the consumables I gave them. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna hit accept and take it. So, you know, stolen valor. It wasn't really that noble. Or stolen noble, I guess. Stolen reputation. All right. Restore the crane. Stop the engine. Probably. Let's go ahead and recover the vehicle. But let's figure out what I'm doing next. There's only a couple of tasks next, right? Warehouse in the mountains and unstable foundation. And that, I think, is the one I was going to do. Because it's just hauling this trailer around to 3 different places. Whereas warehouse in the mountain requires a whole bunch of construction. I only need one cargo container. I could get them from the other map. No, wait, it's a cargo container. It's not even a cabin. Are those... It doesn't even tell me I need... There are... Okay, there were cabin drop-off locations on this map. I was pretty sure of it. Cabin construction site. Is that a cabin? What looks like a cabin? See, on the other map, there's places where you drop off cabins. Yeah, those look like they might be the places where you drop off cabins. But there's nothing on this map where you need to drop off cabins. There are places to make cabins, but is there no task where you drop off cabins? That's the rock trailer that needs the other vehicle. Those are logs. Oh, you do have to drop off the cabins. Okay, and it is residential area. Okay. I didn't think these involved all that. I thought they just delivered all these things. I see the cabins. Okay, never mind. More cabins. Oh, cabins times 3? Oh, okay. Cabins times 2. Okay. So I need to be able to take 3 cabins somewhere and fit those 3 cabins somewhere. And I could borrow them from the first map, but I'm not going to borrow them from the first map. I will consider them things that need to be delivered that should just stay where they're delivered. So I will construct the cabins. And to construct the cabins, I need to get back to my SnowRunner page. To construct the cabins, I need containers and wooden blocks. Construct the containers, I need metal rolls. Because there are no containers here on this map. And I don't think there's containers anywhere on the other map either. And the containers are what I have to construct next, don't I? I did this one, right? And then this is logs. And this is that trailer. Okay. And unstable foundations. That's the one I've got now. And warehouse in the mountains. Those are the cargo containers. And there's no cargo containers here. The only cargo containers I have to make. Now, I can get cargo containers, I think, on the other map, just straight away. And don't need the cargo construction site. Oh, I need to put my battery in before the screen dies on me. It won't die right away. It's at 15%, so it should be fine. I'm going to plug it in anyway. Because I had this happen last stream where it actually died on me. And now, of course, what happens is, because I plug the charger in, it comes up and it says, oh, I detected you're charging. Do you want to, like, free up memory? No. I would rather just keep listening to the thing I'm listening to. Why you got to have a pop-up like that? All right. Anyway. Yes. The cabins on this map or the cargo containers on this map, that's the only place to get them, at the warehouse. And you have to construct them. If I wanted to make life easier on myself, because right now there are no cabins here at this warehouse. Oh no, there's one cargo container here. Okay. Never mind, it is a temporary. So why do you need to ever make cargo containers at the rolled steel factory? You need them to make cabins. Okay. You need the cargo containers to make the cabins, but there are cabins here. Is it exactly 2? So that has one cargo container, and there's one cargo container here. Okay, so I can go there to get the 2 cargo containers that I need to drop off at warehouse in the mountains. Okay. So, which do I want to do first then? Because this is actually much easier than it looked. It's showing the construction site, but no, I have to take them from a warehouse And this is temporary. And I think on the other map, where I get the cargo containers is let's go. Oh, I can't go there. Let's do it on the other map. All right, let's track that one. Now let's go to the global map. And it's going to show me I can pick up cargo containers here as well. But these cargo containers, I believe, are unlimited. Yes, these are unlimited quantity. So I could use those instead of building them, but it's unlimited supply, and I avoid doing unlimited supply as much as I can. And this is pretty short. To get from here to here is pretty short, and to get from here to the garage is pretty short. So, I mean, that comes out, where's north? That comes out here, and the garage is like here. So, garage is my base of operations. Okay, so I will do that. I will run down here, get a cargo container, drop it off, run down here, get a cargo container, drop it off. Or do I want to do the other one first? Now, I don't have a lot of fuel. I have 40%. I have 44% fuel. I could go ahead and grab one of these and drop it off now. And then go back. I don't have a trailer with me. If I bring a trailer with me, I can get them both at once. How difficult is it to get to these places? Oh, quite difficult. This has to go up on the cliff face, I'm pretty sure. All right, that'll be a tricky one. For the Mastodon, maybe not as tricky. And this has to go here, which looks like it could be dangerous. Okay. So both of these would be coming from here. As a destination point. So actually, who would I go to first? I think that looks like it might have a better place to turn around. So I will go here. Like that. If I do these all at once. I'm thinking maybe of doing them all at once. Although, with that said, I did those in the wrong order. No, I didn't do them in the wrong order. I might make 2 trips on purpose. One, because it'll be easier to do this without a trailer. And 2, then I wouldn't have to turn around to get up, to come over here. I would have to go up this cliff twice. And that, I believe, is an icy cliff, which is going to be difficult. And I will need the mud tires to get to here to drag them out. Either way, I am going to go back to the garage and drive the long way around to get there. Because, I mean, I could just drive back through there. To get from here to there, how would I do that? I would go take the road that I took before and then turn off here and up there. So I'm making 2 trips. I could do this now. I could start to do this now. Drive over there, back through the forest. Or go back to the garage, drive over here with a trailer, and then try to get up that icy slope, whatever, with the trailer and on the rocks and everything. It's definitely more, it's more driving, but it's safer driving and probably much less frustration if I don't take a trailer. So I'll just make 2 trips. So I think I'm gonna plan on doing that. So which one will I actually do first? I don't know. I'm going to have to come back to the garage. That one, yeah. I'm gonna have to come back to the garage for fuel one way or the other. There's no trailer store I can fill up on. I might have to stop by the garage on the way there, actually, which is not terribly convenient, is it? No, it's not inconvenient at all. It's right here. Okay. So I'll be coming back almost all the way to the garage. I should have enough fuel to make 1 delivery, and if not, I'll definitely have enough fuel to make a pickup and a delivery. And even if I have cargo, I don't have to drop the cargo off to refuel because I can just hitch to a trailer at the trailer store. And how much of this will I get done today? Not too much. I will be able to get to the cargo place and pick up 1. The container place, pick up 1 container. And that's about all I'm going to get done. I might be able to get a little bit more done. Okay. Now, how do I get there from where I am? Basically going back through the swamp. Or driving over there through this whole thing again from the garage. Might actually be easier to do from the garage. But no, I'll go back. I can actually take the railroad track. No, there's obstructions on the railroad tracks. Yeah, I'm gonna take swamp. I'm not sure exactly how swamp, but I'm gonna take swamp. It looks like it's almost a clear trail. I'd actually be able to see my way through. There's likely trails past the middle framing place. Something I'm going to do at the very end is go to all these framing places and tear them down, because I'm a good anti-littering campaign guy from I don't know when that was, around 70s maybe, where you're told to take only memories and leave only footprints. And so that's what I do. I take only memories and I leave only footprints. Don't litter. Don't take things from your national parks. Only take memories and only leave footprints. And so that's what I do. I take only memory. I leave only memories. I take only memories and I leave only tire tracks. So I completely strip the land bare of anything useful. I don't take it, I destroy it. I'm not taking all of the natural resources off of the map or man-made resources. I'm not taking them, I'm destroying them. So it's not like I'm taking them. Jeez. What kind of a guy do you think I am? I'm not taking them, I'm just deleting them from the map. That's part of my 100%. Use all the temporary cargo I can. If there's any other temporary cargo left, I do have to go around and clear it from the map. I have to clear it from the map, and any trailers I have to clear and sell. Any vehicles I have to not use if I don't have to, take them back and sell. There's one vehicle that I'm going to have to use, sadly, because it's the only vehicle that has the thing, but I don't use the vehicles they give me. I'll use any of the trailers that I'm given. This morning. Okay, let's go. Let's go at least pick up one container. Which way am I going from here? Through there, probably? Yep. I stripped the land bare. All cargo that isn't tied down and locked up is going to be removed from the map. All framing sites will be destroyed. The cargo can be used, great. If not, it's going to be eliminated. If it's temporary cargo to warehouse, same deal. So I made that decision a long time ago. As an incentive for me to use the temporary cargo over the permanent cargo, I would feel better about actually going out of my way to get the temporary cargo over the permanent cargo. So I would use it, because I would have to go by there anyway just to unload it and delete it. So. But I can do that with any vehicle. Most places I can do that with any vehicle, because I can load the cargo onto the loading dock or site. So I only have to drive there with a scout vehicle, and then I can just load it to the loading dock and then delete it from there. But I do have to be conscious of places where I can't do that. Of course, I'm not conscious of places where I can't do that. So it's very rare there's a place where you have to auto load. But there are places in the SnowRunner universe. Yeah, in the SnowRunner cinematic universe, although it's not cinematic. The SnowRunner chromatic universe, that's a scene. In Bitworld SnowRunner, something like that. I have watched people that took the game, and I have nothing against this. In fact, I think it's pretty cool. People that have taken the game very seriously and role play their way through the game. It is a game that gives you some ability to do that. It gives you the freedom to do that, to role play through the game. So I think that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, videos that do that, where you're producing a YouTube video, you can't see at night in a YouTube video very well. So you have to say, okay, my driver's packing it in for the night, and so I'm going to pull over by this hotel and pull into this parking lot, and I'm going to sleep here for the night. Go into the obvious sleeper section, because all these vehicles are sleeper cabs, none of them do. Anyway. you are at a disadvantage if you're like Wessel does this because he doesn't do play. He does not interrupt. He doesn't do. He's not role playing. Wessel on Wheels, highly recommend him. He's doing the similar thing that I am, which is just going for it. Shows everything, streaming, shows all of his thought processes. He does plan ahead a little bit more though, and he uses notes between streams, but not edited, just you know, from beginning to end, chopped up from stream. And because he is playing a hard mode playthrough, that's the only difference between us. I guess the main difference between us. He does have to play through the night, so he tries to do things at night that are easier to see at night, but sometimes you can run into trouble. So he has to constantly think of it, because well, he streams right to YouTube, so that's probably a little bit better. But in my case, streaming to Twitch has their compression and their limited bit rate. It doesn't matter what resolution you stream in, you got 6,000 kilobit per second upload, that's it. There are some ways to bypass that on PC using some of the PC software tools, but by default, and so on console, that's all you got. On tablet, whatever, that's all you got. Unless you're a partner, maybe, I don't know. I'm here, I can get one really quickly. Yay, continue. Stop, no. Stop the engine. I don't have a lot of fuel left, but I got one. No, not consumables. Car container, that's what I want. Okay, let's keep going. I got a little bit of time. I might have to send a fuel rescue vehicle. Or I might have to divert. Probably when I'm gonna, let me stop the engine. Let's plan on doing that. Break. Thank you. Wait, where's the, okay. Here is the trailer store. I could divert. Right now I'm coming up this way and I have the first one marked is going here. Okay. Which does make some sense. And what I think I'm going to do is actually drive the Hercules up here. That'll make it much easier. So let's go to the garage right now. And the Hercules has enough fuel to fuel everybody up, and it's easy to get there. And I'm going to just bend this around, making sure I hit every point. By everybody, I mean the ZiKZ and its extra tanks, and then I'll be able to do that a couple times actually. So on the way back, it can also do that. Actually, when the truck comes back empty, it can probably just, so here is where I want to park it. Put a whole series of them very close together so that I know. Okay. And this is as far as I'm going to get today, I think, is just getting this. Now, the streets are good. I could just take a fuel carry over there. Maybe I should do that. Get some use out of this other thing. Maintenance trailer. It doesn't have as much fuel, though. How much fuel does it have? It has how much fuel? Fuel tank. 370. I think the other one has more. Yeah, so let's actually take the fuel truck. Fuel tank. This has more than enough. And then that will be my my places to get fuel, both there and back. And since this is doing all main roads, it should be able to go over there pretty easily. This is the Brigadier. I think I have chains on it now, which is fine. I'm just going on main roads. I don't have to worry about mud or anything. No mud of significance. No ice of significance. I will get this parked. I will switch to the other truck. And then I will end the episode there. No mud of significance, he said. I'll see, there's actually some ice. So this isn't bad. And when I get to the right place, I should see 3 dots right in a row. And then suddenly the next dot will be a lurch off to the right. And this is it. Okay. So I want to park this out of the way. Let's see where out of the way is. Okay, it's going to be up there. Up there. The truck is going to have to turn there. So let's park it. The truck is going to have to turn up into here. Okay. So that seems to be a decent place to park. All right, and now let's switch to the other truck. And now the ribbon should be nice and smooth, right? Come here, around. Get to here, refuel, come up here, go to there. Then I'm not going to come back to here. I'm actually going to come back to here and then back to here, which I'll mark it all later. Oh, does this have to be done in phases? No, I don't think so. I can do in either order. Not showing a pickup point, but I do have another cargo container here, right? Do I only have one cargo container here? I do have to go to the other map. No, I still have one cargo container here. Okay, so why didn't it not show a pickup point from there? Okay, well, anyway, I don't have to go to the other map. All right, so it's here. Oh, delete. Run out of time. Okay. So it's going to go there and then go back. So dragging that thing over there will remind me when I get to here that I have to go back and refuel along the way and all that good stuff. All right. There is the plan. It's actually going to follow back this way, but I'm not marking whole marker now because I don't want to take the time to do that. I can take the time after you do the first delivery. And seeing how that road goes, it might be a few attempts to make that first delivery. So we'll see how that goes. At any rate, yes, I am coming up on 50 minutes, and this is a good place to stop, which I will stop now. Let me get a good view of the truck, though. Because you always got to get a good view of the truck whenever you end an episode. Yeah, that's okay, too. You're fine. You're fine. Yeah, you stay there. You're looking good. All right, folks. If you are watching on Twitch, I mean it this time. Stick around. I'm going to find someone to raid. If you're watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. Episodes of SnowRunner drop on my YouTube channel every day at noon U.S. Central Time, which is almost always 6 p.m. or 1800 hours in the UK, and almost never 6 a.m. the next day in New Zealand, though it would be if it wasn't for daylight savings time. So it's going to be plus or minus an hour, depending on the time of year, except it will be that time during a week or so in the year when neither of us are on daylight savings time. Anyway. Again, Twitch, gonna have a raid incoming. YouTube, I hope you have a great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening, great whenever until I see you again. And wherever you end up going on the road or in life, be sure to enjoy the drive. Twitch, raid incoming. YouTube, for you, I'm out of here. Bye-bye.